Hello, and welcome to James Lester's Express Lane, where we get you now as fast as possible. The Dragon Prince. Currently 3 seasons in, waiting for the fourth. So far, I saw it was done by the same people that did Avatar. It's like, you know what? I'll check it out. I like Korra. So I'll check out Dragon Prince. Glad I did. Word of warning, the first season, they went with a lower frame rate. Tried to make it more old style animated, I guess. Like to make it look like that, and it was. I didn't really notice it, but a lot of other people did and complained. So after that, they smoothed it out with higher frame rates. But other than that, you get Ezrin, the kid in the middle. He is not the Dragon Prince. He's just a prince. Then you get Soren, whose body I've taken over. He's the lead knight, head of the guard. Even though he's very young, he's like 18, 19 years old. I think he's 18. But he's a badass knight, very skilled. He picks on the two princes a little bit just because, well, hey, he can because he can. He's just skilled and strong, but he's also very not naive, just trustworthy, caring, like Callum, the kid right here. He's Ezrin, Callum, they're kind of co-stars in this, along with Rayla, the elf over there. Like it's a trio protagonist that you follow. But like Soren, he's training Callum, picking on him because he's a lot bigger, stronger, faster, skilled. But then Claudia, the girl, the very, very far over there, she's reading a book about to walk into a tree, and Soren's like, let her do it, it's gonna be funny. It's his sister. Callum's like, no, watch out. Oh, when did this tree get here? Oh, about 300 years ago. Then she's down on a bench, and Soren knows that Callum likes his sister, and it's like, all right, I guess I'll let him try to impress my sister. Like they do a little bit more training. No, all right, now do this jab. Oh, you got me. Oh, and he's like just over the top dramatic about it. It's hilarious. But it's like, yeah, he was just picking on him because he can. But it's like, all right, yeah, I guess I'll let him try to be big man in front of my sister. And the interaction between Soren and Claudia are amazing. Like, did they actually get siblings in on the show to talk about this? Because a lot of shows, books, movies, the siblings all, I would die for you. No, I would die for you. This one, it's Soren and Claudia are on horses. Claudia's in front. All of a sudden he goes, oh, God, I think your horse just... That wasn't the horse. Oh, I'm disgusted yet impressed. But Ezrin is the son of King Harrow and Queen Sarai. Queen Sarai is the mother of Callum, but her husband, never see him, never hear of him, died before the show ever started, is the father of Callum. Did I say that right? And Ezrin is the son of King Harrow and Queen Sarai. Queen Sarai got remarried to the king, had Ezrin. So Callum and Ezrin are half brothers, but since his mom married the king, he's still technically a prince. Then you get Rayla, the third of the trio. That's pretty much what the show's about. 15-year-old, that's right, 15, Moonshadow Elf Assassin. Like, wait, she's 15? It's like, yeah. She's never actually killed anyone before. This is her first mission. Her parents were guards to the dragon queen, the prince that you see over there, and they failed. So she's trying to make up for it. She's trying to make up for her parents' family. It's like, all right, the humans killed the Dragon King. They killed the Dragon Prince. Well, he was still in an egg at the time. They thought the egg was smashed. So, all right, I'm going to go out there and I'm going to avenge the king, avenge this prince, and show that, yes, my parents failed, but I'm not a failure. I'm still a kick-ass Moonshadow elf. The different elves, like the air elves, sky elves, what do you want to call them? Some of them grow wings and fly. Moon shadow elves become invisible under the full moon, making them nigh unstoppable, which is why they make such good assassins under a full moon. Oh man, some of the dialogue. All right, and I'm gonna spoil it right here because it happens like first episode, maybe second episode. The egg was not smashed. Callum, Ezran, and Rayla find the egg and decide, you know what? Instead of continuing this circle of violence, just we kill your king, we kill your king, we kill your prince, we kill your prince, you kill our queen, we kill your queen, you kill our people, we kill your people. They decide to work together to get the egg back to the Dragon Queen. Along the way he hatches, but as you can see down there. So they're like, all right, we're going to stop the cycle. The father of Soren and Claudia, Lord Viren, doesn't want that. He wants full-on war. God, I mean, the show's been out for a while, so I don't know if I'm really spoiling anything. But after Rayla decides, all right, we're going to end this cycle, I'm going to help the two human princes get the egg back to his mother. The leader of the assassins group is like, what are you doing? We got to assassinate the king and Prince Ezran. I can't. They've done nothing to me. We need to stop this violence. And they fight, and he's like, you're better than this. No, actually, no, I'm not. You have like 20 years more experience on me. That's not what I meant. But like, it's this great dialogue like that of like, she's fighting the leader. It's like, you're better than this. No, I'm not. You have like 20 years experience on me. It's like, even as he says, that's not what I meant. But that was a great line of dialogue. The dialogue in this show is actually really good. I was surprised. But again, it's done by the same people who do Avatar. So I guess it kind of makes sense. And a lot of voices come from Avatar. In fact, a certain someone sees a boomerang. And it's like, oh, hey, just like my character in Avatar. Now, this is TVY7, so it's like, right, wait. So you have wars, you have soldiers, you have assassins, but no blood, no violence, no language. It's like, golly gee williker, King. The Moonshadow Elves assassins are here to kill you. Oh, gosh darn it. I guess we better get our best troops together to stop them. And then cut away. Kind of annoying. So you could have bumped it up a few years to actually, show and hear. But there's a couple times where they actually do kind of push the boundary. Like, no, he's stepping over bodies as he's running away because Moonshadow Elf assassins are really good at their job, just saying. Or Claudia. I think it's not really a spoiler. What separates the humans from the elves and the dragons is that elves and dragons have connection to magic, whether it's through sky, moon, stars, sun, earth, or water, the 6 arcanums as they call them. They can do magic through those things if they're connected to it. Obviously, Moonshadow Elves are connected to the moon. Humans have no connection. Until however many thousands of years ago, a human discovered dark magic. It's also known as death magic and also known as life magic because you use the life of other magical creatures. It's like, all right, well, we need to cast a illusion spell. Make them think this room's empty. Take 2 moon moths, crush them together, make the potion or spell, whatever, cast it. Vroom, the room looks empty. But obviously, killing magical creatures around a bunch of magical creatures makes those magical creatures go, yeah, how long until the humans decide, oh, let's see what a elf liver does for this spell. And so however many hundreds, not thousands of years ago, humans were pushed out of Zadia into the other half of the continent. So in one half of the continent, you have Zadia with magic, elves, dragons, unicorns, phoenixes, whatever. Other half, you have humans. And there may have been magical creatures on that half, but after however many centuries and that millennia of humans using magical creatures for magic, there's not very many left because humans killed them all, which is what the elves were worried about. One interesting dynamic of the show is, I think it's because they were all pushed off together. Black, white, Asian, straight, gay, male, female. None of it matters. One kingdom was actually a queendom with 2 queens. Another one has a young queen because her parents were killed. But she's just as much of a queen as this 80-year-old king guy is. And again, gay, straight, doesn't matter. Black, white, Asian, doesn't matter. But I'm thinking it's because they're all pushed off together. There's no, all right, first I'm going to push off the white people. I'm going to push off the black people. Then I'm going to push off the Asian people. Like, no, they were just all forced from the lands violently at once, forcing them all to mingle. So however many hundreds of years later, we're all the human race. Which is actually kind of sad that a medieval style show has more, not clarity, not friendliness. What's what I'm thinking of? More acceptance of everything. It's like, yeah, you got Black King with a Asian queen. You got two queens. You got two kings. You got this badass assassin leader who just happens to be gay. Like, it doesn't matter. Which I thought was really cool. Like how they show the dynamics of, there's no, alright guys, here's a very special episode. Like, no. There's nothing special about it. They're all human. Or all elf. Now, yes, obviously there's some infighting. Like, obviously the queendoms do fight amongst each other every now and then. It's like, oh, hey, your people were encroaching on our hunting lands. No, we weren't. Yes, we were. You killed our people. Well, fuck you. It's our hunting land now because we won. There's a little bit of that here and there over the centuries, but you only find out about that, like, through the storytelling of, like, well, what happened? Well, put in the wavy lines here as they go back in time to explain what happened. Their aunt, she's a badass general who's deaf. And they actually do, like, full-on hand sign language. And I don't mean that it's like, oh, they said this, this, and this. No, they animate the sign language perfectly. So if you know sign language, you know what they're saying. Which leads to a great joke of, she says that's a huge pile of bowl droppings. And it's like, if you don't know sign language, you think she said bullshit, but he's just editing it because TVY7 and you're in front of a king. Like, yeah, right, we're going to not say bullshit. But if you know sign language, she says droppings. It's like, you don't get the joke if you don't know sign language. But she actually does sign bowl droppings. You know, like they could have just done, oh, she said this, 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 or just not had her deaf at all. Just had her just not be deaf. But no, they put in a deaf character that uses sign language, has a person with her, and the kids know sign language, but they also know how to talk to her, so she can read their lips if it's a well-lit room and all that, and she's close enough. And I like that at one point, he's yelling something, she's like, why are you yelling? It doesn't do any good. But he was trying to warn someone. Like, oh, hello! All these human soldiers are here! Like, why are you yelling? You know that doesn't do you any good. And just the character development is really good. Between, starting off as two princes that are, spoiled because they're princes. What do you expect? And Mr. I'm a big shot machismo knight. I kick ass. As long as I'm stronger than you, that makes me better. And Claudia with her. But she's adorable. It's just. Like she gets chained up. She's like, okay, I need to use the spell. Let's see if I reach out, grab this, grab it, and then else is like, oh, wait, there's the key. Well, now it's fun. It's turning the chains into serpents, but I guess. But like, just her quirks. Like, her quirks and just the things she says and does are hilarious. Makes her adorable. No wonder Callum likes her. Then you get Rayla. Again, parents fail to protect the king and the dragon prince. She thinks, no, her family's failure, so she's going to show that she's not a failure. And then she doesn't kill anyone as a assassin. Kind of really bad assassin. But it's a good thing she doesn't because she joins up with them, tries to get the egg, which later hatches, as you can see down below, back to the Zadia, back to the queen. Just to find out there's been a huge misunderstanding with her people. I mean, there's a lot of good storylines going on in this show. But one kind of felt a little rushed because they weren't sure they're going to get a season 4. So it's like, we might want to tie off a couple ends here. Hopefully they get a season 4. They need a season 4. Damn it, I want to see what happens next. And they said originally they were planning for 7 seasons, but obviously, oh hey, this season did shit for viewing. No one liked it. Canceled. You never know if that's going to happen or not. Or, no, that's great and all, but we want to put money into this production instead. So your budget's gone. Goodbye. You don't know. They don't know. So kind of like, what was it? There's a really popular show where like every year the cast, the crew like that worked on the show weren't gonna know until the last second they're gonna have another season. So finally, the guy who ran the show is like, "Do we have a budget for next season or no?" "Oh, if you're gonna be like that, we're just not gonna fund next season." Shit. All right, I guess this will be the final season because he got tired of just them waiting. Like, I know you had offers for other shows, but wait for it. Wait for it. Oh, you can't. You said no because you're hoping for another season. Wait for it. Wait for it. Oh, nope. Okay, we'll preview another season. Again, the producer, director guy, he got tired of that bullshit. Finally, through like middle of one of the seasons, like, are you gonna renew us for another season or not? So I can tell the people like, hey, take this job or don't take that job. And they said, all right, we're pulling production. Screw you. Like, you assholes. Anyways, enough of that. I got off on a couple tangents here, but I don't want to spoil anything. So I'm trying to dance around the issues because I don't want to spoil too much. God, such a good show. Anyways, thank you for watching. As always, like, subscribe, comment down below, and have a wonderful day.